Wow. Good evening. I too want to congratulate the rest of the recipients. It's been an honor to be able to spend time with you and just to talk and for us to share our families. And you're just looking at my kids and we're just saying how beautiful all of our kids are. That's been just awesome. You know, Carol, I was sitting talking to her and she had all these notes and I didn't have any. So I was like, oh man, I need to write something. I need to write something. So I pulled out my paper and a pen and I was gonna try to write, but my pen wasn't right. So anyway, so that meant I wasn't supposed to write anything. I just wanted to first to say thank you to the selection committee to be considered for something like this. I mean, it's truly, truly, truly a dream come true. You know, it's one of those things where I'd walk down the hall in the basketball thing. You know, they have pictures of Kevin Durant and Annette and different places, different things like that. And I'd go, man, you know, that'd be cool to be up on that wall, you know. But anyway, who would have thought that it would have happened? But it did. But it did happen. So I'm just grateful to God for all the things that He does for me. And I'm being honored, but I want to honor those who have made an impact on my life. This would not be possible had it not been that God placed important people in my life. And I first always have to start with my mother because she is my greatest fan. And she always made sacrifices for me to put me in a place for me to be successful. You know what? When I was in the 8th grade, well, going into the 9th grade, I went to a camp that was so pivotal in my life. And Coach LaHutney was there. And the coach from across down the street, they were there. And she left, well, people who are from Victoria, they know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I left that camp because I was supposed to go to the school on the other side of town. I left that camp and I went to my mother and I said, I want to go play for her. And I don't know who she talked to or what, but she made that move for me to play for Coach LaHutney. And I really don't believe had she not been my coach, that I would have even had the opportunity for the University of Texas to even want me. Because everybody knew who she was. I mean, there was like a history. She already had history. I didn't really know. I didn't know that. She had such a dynamic personality, a passion for the sport, and I love basketball. And it was something, we had that kindred spirit. I love basketball. And so I wanted to play for her. And then I go to Victoria High, little ruddy freshman, you know. And so I go in, and here's this lady, this young woman. She's going to the University of Texas to play basketball. I'm like, what? You can go to college and play basketball? Man. That's what I want to do. I'm going to the University of Texas, too. That's where I'm going. I'm going to do just like her. And that is Cheryl Hoglum. She was sitting there. She was an inspiration to me, and I don't think she knew, because I had not a clue that you could do that. And so that opened my eyes. Well, hey, I'm going to go. And I, you know, it's just really funny, but I just spoke something to an existence. Like when you dream big and sometimes you say things, it can come to pass. And 4 years later, I was just a freshman saying stuff, but it did come to pass, you know. And so where the University of Texas was wanting me. So and then also I just want to say to Coach Conrad, I have had amazing coaches. I really think about it. If you could be a really good player, but if you had a sorry coach, you might not get. I'm just saying, really, no. If you have a coach, let me just say, if you have a coach that doesn't know that much, it could affect you greatly, right? But I've had great coaches in my life. So, Coach Conrad, I'm telling you, when I graduated from college, there were doors open immediately to me. Because at first, I was one of those, I wasn't a scholar in college. I'm just going to tell you. I was not a scholar. I just wanted to play basketball. That's just how it was for me. And so anyway, then I decided that, you know, I changed majors so many times. So anyway, but I did graduate. So anyway, but I decided that I wanted to coach. And I'm telling you, just because on my resume, I had the University of Texas on my resume, that opened doors. because the University of Texas was the premier women's basketball program at that time, and everyone wanted to emulate our program. So I'm just so grateful to the University of Texas of wanting me to come and to represent their university. And I have great memories. I could not have gone to a better team with Annette and Fran. Actually, Annette was the first person. I didn't even know how to wash clothes when I came. So she was like, well, you need to wash your clothes. I don't know how to separate them. And she's looking at me like, what? I said, no, I'm sorry. I'm an only child. I'm spoiled. I didn't have to do all that. So you're going to have to help me. So anyway, but we had just a great team of women that we genuinely actually loved being around each other. We had fun on court. Well, it wasn't fun on the court all the time because, we were battling. But off the court, we also enjoyed each other. So really, I think the biggest things, all of these things are great to say, that you earned these things. But I do think the most important things is the relationships that I was able to have and to develop while I was here at the University of Texas. And there are many people in this audience that they used to come and watch me play, and I love them dearly because they're still a part of my life now. And they're still supporting me. And I've seen people who came just and say, Wimbish, I came just to see you. And that says a lot, and it means a lot to know that there are people here who they're still a fan of yours. That says something. I think the University of Texas has a great family history. And also, last but not least, I want to thank, I have friends. Victoria's in the house. Can y'all raise your hands? It's a lot of Victoria folks here. Hey, Victoria Independent School District is here, and I do want to acknowledge our superintendent because he is a graduate of the University of Texas, I believe. Mr. Jocklitz, would you please stand up? I also have, and I promise you I'm gonna sit down. I also have my athletic director here, and I'm just gonna give you a short story. I never planned to coach. I always said when I moved back home, that was not even a part of my agenda. I didn't think that was something that I said I would never coach, and I didn't want to teach other people's kids and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want to do all of that. But God had something different. And Ralph approached me about 4 or 5 years ago to ask me would I consider coaching at Victoria East High School. And at that time, I had said that I wasn't going to do it, and the only way I was going to do it is if God had that person come to talk to me. And he did just that. So I know that I am walking in the destiny where I'm supposed to. So, and I'm having a blast. So anyway, this has been an awesome, I'm having so much fun. I'm so tickled pink, I can hardly stand it. And I just want to say thank you so much for just even honoring me in this way. Hook 'em horns.